Hello everyone, welcome back to my chemistry class with me, Ms. Nafela Rahma. Today we are going to learn about state of matter. But actually you have learned about these materials in our previous learning activities. So for now, I just want to review and summarize this material for you. In this topic, consists of what is the definition of matter, the properties of matter, and then the arrangement of particle theory, and the changing process of matter. So for the first one is about the definition of matter. I'm sure that you already understood about the definition of matter. So can you give me a definition? What is matter? Yes, matter can be defined as every object that has mass and volume. So we can say that everything around us is matter. For example, like milk, water, your book, your handphone, oxygen, and many more. But have you ever think that whether all matters is the same or not? Okay, let's check it out. Actually, matter can be classified as three common states: solid, liquid, and gas. But this classification is based on the properties of matter, and it's caused by the arrangement of particles of matter. So, do you know what is the properties of solid, liquid, and gas? For the first state, let's take a look. Before we want to know the properties of matter, we have to take a look at the arrangement of particles in every state. For the solid state, according to this picture, you can see and get the information that the arrangement of particles are all particles are closely packed together. And then the second one, the particles are arranged in a regular way. And the last one, each particle has strong bonds that attract each other. So you can see here, there is no space between one particle to another particle. So we can conclude that the properties of solid state are, they have definite shape and volume. It means that the shape and volume of solid state cannot be changed in every condition. And then the second one, they cannot be compressed or squashed because there is no space between the particle. And the last one, they cannot flow because they are rigid, they are only vibrate in a fixed position and cannot move around each other. The next state, okay, determine which one is the solid matter from the example that I given to you. Okay, the second state are liquid state. You can see this picture and try to observe the arrangement of particle from the solid from the liquid state. The arrangement of particle in the liquid state are mostly the particles are close packed together. So not all particle, only mostly. And then the second one is the particle are arranged in a random way. The last one is the particle attract with enough energy. So we can say that the bond between one particle to another particle is weak. So we can say that the properties in the liquid state are, they have fixed volume but no fixed shape. It means that the volume of every liquid is fixed, cannot be changed, while its shape can be changed. It depends on its container. And then the second one, they can be compressed or squashed. And then the last one, they can flow and be poured. Okay, can you give me some examples of liquid state? You can pause the video and answer my questions. The last one is gaseous state. You can see the pictures and try to observe. From that picture, you can guess what the arrangement of particles in the gaseous state. Yes, the first one is all the particles are farther apart. There are a larger space between one particle to another particle. And then the second one, it's arranged in a random way. And the last one, all particles can move freely and in all directions. So from this arrangement of particles, we can conclude that the properties of gaseous state are, it has no fixed volume and shape. So it means that the volume and the shape of gaseous state can be changed and it completely fills the container. And then the second one, it takes the shape of an entire container, and the last one, it can flow and can be poured. Yes, this is the summary for my explanation about the arrangement of particle and also the properties of matter. And then the last part is changing state of matter. From this picture, you can see there are so many processes of changing state in matter. There are evaporation, condensation, freezing, melting, sublimation, and deposition. As you can see here, freezing process come from the liquid state change to solid state. And also for the melting process, the changing happen when the solid change to liquid state. So what does it mean about the color, the blue and red arrows here? Can you guess what does it mean? Yes, the red arrows means that the process needs energy from the surrounding, while the blue one, it will release an energy to the surrounding. So can you give me some example of this process? Okay, I will give you one example. For example, like this. This is a melting process that I told you before. In the melting process, water in a solid state change to liquid state, and it will need energy from its surrounding. And this is another example of the changing process of matter. So my last question for you, can you give me an explanation about what is the difference between evaporation and also boiling point? So try to find the answer and you can tell me your answer in comment. Okay, I think that's all my explanation. Thank you for your attention. See you next. Assalamualaikum.